It is quite common, if you feel drawn to pilgrimage, to feel hesitation, fear, or guilt bubbling up. You might have anxiety of what will come up for you in the quiet. You may have narratives about how it feels indulgent, selfish, or even irresponsible. I've had many people over the years label this practice as such. If you relate to yourself as high-performing or competitive, you may struggle with knowing how to succeed at a practice that eludes quantification. There really is no way to win a pilgrimage, and that may cause some unease for you. For any of these reasons, or many others, you may have an inclination to sabotage your own desire for pilgrimage. Work will get busy and you simply can't get away. Kids and partners suddenly become much more needy. Out of nowhere, physical health, money, or time become prohibitively scarce, and one's resolve to get away and get quiet can easily wither. All these are symptoms of resistance. In Stephen Pressfield's short book, The War of Art, he does a masterful job of framing the resistance most of us feel when endeavoring to create. He has fairly straightforward advice for those who are in danger of being derailed in our painting, our writing, or entrepreneurial pursuits. But keep in mind, pilgrimage is also an art. Therefore, you will also experience resistance against it. I'm not saying to make this type of pilgrimage happen at any cost. Obviously, there are family, health, or professional obligations that supersede any particular getaway. However, it takes an uncommon amount of self-awareness to distinguish between a legitimate barrier and an excuse to avoid doing the work. This is where a seasoned spiritual guide or community of fellow pilgrims can be completely invaluable. They will see the self-deception and rationalization where we cannot. Outside counsel does not need to be perfect, and receiving such counsel does not alleviate or shift responsibility away from us. But there is power in receiving a perspective that's not susceptible to our own inevitable bias. The most important thing to note is that if you wait for the stars to align, for the pilgrim's path to be obstacle-free, for it to be convenient, eminently affordable, and 100% uncomplicated, my guess is you'll never go. Pilgrimage is never without tension, nor should it be. While my advice is to stay away from anything that smacks of martyrdom, any trip geared towards inner work should cost something. And if you're unable to set boundaries in service of your own growth, well, that reveals a whole other set of problems to address.